SEBA insert. Class 10. Footprints without feet. Supplementary reader: The Midnight Visitor. All questions and answers in one short video. 1. How does Ausable overpower Max's plan by inventing the balcony in The Midnight Visitors? HSLC 2025. Answer: Ausable overpowers Max's plan with his quick thinking and cleverness. When Max enters his room with a gun to steal important papers, Ausable remains calm and creates a false story about a balcony outside the window through which someone could enter. He also adds that police regularly visit him at night for protection. Just then, there is a knock at the door. Max, thinking it is the police, panics and jumps out of the window onto the supposed balcony, but in reality, there was no balcony at all. Thus, Ausable defeats Max without any violence, using only his wit and presence of mind. 2. Provide a pen picture of Ausable. HSLC 2024. Answer: Ausable was a secret agent but looked very different from the typical image of a spy. He was fat, slow-moving, and lived in a small room in a French hotel. He spoke with an American accent and had an appearance that did not match his profession. Despite his looks, he was extremely intelligent, calm, and quick-witted. He handled a dangerous situation with great confidence when Max entered his room with a gun. By making up a story about a balcony and the arrival of the police, he cleverly tricked Max. Ausable's presence of mind and sharp thinking made him a truly effective spy. 3. Narrate how Ausable managed to make Max's believe that there was a balcony attached to his room. HSLC 2023. Answer: Ausable used his presence of mind and clever storytelling to make Max believe there was a balcony attached to his room. When Max entered his room with a gun and demanded the secret papers, Ausable remained calm and pretended to be annoyed, saying that people often entered his room through the balcony outside the window. He explained that the balcony was connected to the adjacent room and was a serious security problem. His explanation was so natural and convincing that Max believed him without any doubt. Later, when there was a knock on the door, Max thought it was the police and jumped out of the window onto the imaginary balcony, proving how well Ausable had tricked him. 4. Who was following Ausable in the corridor of the French hotel? HSLC 2023. Answer: The person who was following Ausable in the corridor of the French hotel was Max, a rival secret agent. Max had entered Ausable's room secretly with a pistol to steal some important papers related to missiles that Ausable was supposed to receive. Max had already entered the room through a key or by some trick and was waiting inside with his gun drawn when Ausable returned with Fowler. Max's intention was to threaten Ausable and escape with the documents, but he ultimately got fooled by Ausable's clever story about the balcony and police. 5. Briefly describe how Ausable defeated Max's scheme to take away the report. HSLC 2022 HSLC 2016. Answer: Ausable defeated Max's scheme using intelligence, calmness, and quick thinking. When Max entered Ausable's room with a pistol to steal the secret report, Ausable did not panic. Instead, he calmly invented a story about a balcony outside the window, which he claimed was a security issue. He also mentioned that the police visited him every night for protection. Just then, there was a knock on the door. Max believed it was the police and, in fear of being caught, jumped out of the window, falling to his death, as there was no balcony. Thus, Ausable saved the report and defeated Max without any fight. 6. How does Ausable make Max's believe that there is a balcony attached to his room? HSLC 2022. Answer: Ausable makes Max believe in the existence of a balcony by using clever storytelling and a confident tone. When Max enters the room with a gun, Ausable pretends to be irritated and says that the balcony outside his window is a serious security issue, as people have entered his room through it before. He explains that it is connected to the next room. Ausable speaks so naturally and convincingly that Max does not doubt him. Later, when someone knocks at the door, Max assumes it's the police and jumps out onto the imaginary balcony, which does not exist. Ausable's calm and confident behavior makes the lie believable. 7. Between Ausable and Max's, who do you think is more intelligent and why? HSLC 2020. Answer. Between Ausable and Max, Ausable is clearly more intelligent. Max depended only on his gun and threats to get what he wanted, whereas Ausable used his brain, presence of mind, and clever thinking. Ausable handled a dangerous situation without any fear. He created a false story about a balcony and convinced Max that police were at the door. Max believed everything and jumped to his death. Ausable did not use violence, yet he outsmarted Max easily. His ability to stay calm and act wisely in a risky situation proves that he is more intelligent than Max. 8. How does Ausable manage to make Max believe that there is a balcony attached to his room? HSLC 2019 HSLC 2015. Answer. Ausable makes Max believe in the balcony by using clever lies, confidence, and calm behavior. When Max enters the room with a gun, Ausable pretends to be annoyed and says that the hotel should have fixed the balcony outside his window, as someone had used it earlier to enter his room. He also says that it connects to the room next door. His tone is natural, confident, and convincing. Max does not doubt his words. Later, when there is a knock at the door, Max assumes it's the police and jumps out of the window onto the imaginary balcony, which never existed. Thus, Ausable's smart trick fools Max completely. 9. Who is Fowler? Give a description of his meeting with Ausable. HSLC 2018. Answer. Fowler was a young writer or journalist who came to meet Ausable, the secret agent, because he wanted to write about the life of a spy. He expected to see an exciting, adventurous man. But when he met Ausable, he was disappointed. Ausable was fat, slow-moving, and did not match the image of a typical spy. However, during their meeting, Fowler witnessed an unexpected incident. A man named Max entered the room with a gun. Ausable cleverly handled the situation by making up a story about a balcony and the police. Fowler was amazed at Ausable's intelligence and learned that real spies are not always like the ones in stories. 10. Give a description of Max's conversation with Ausable. HSLC 2017. Answer. Max was a rival secret agent who entered Ausable's room with a pistol to steal important missile-related papers. During their conversation, Max tried to threaten Ausable and take the report by force. He told Ausable not to try anything clever and demanded the papers that were expected to be delivered to Ausable that night. However, Ausable remained calm and started a clever conversation by talking about a balcony outside the window, claiming it was a security problem. Max believed him. Then, when someone knocked on the door, Ausable said it was the police. Max panicked, believed Ausable again, and jumped out of the window, thinking he would land on the balcony. The entire conversation showed Max's overconfidence and Ausable's smart handling of the situation.